Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Just want to make sure you can hear us okay. Josh, you there?
Hello?
Hey guys, welcome in. Yeah, great. Nice to see you guys. Welcome in, Lynn Russ first and Art Stell, one of our lovely members. Welcome in. Nice to see you all. I see some beautiful familiar faces here. Fontaine Waters, Kiro Pico, Vault of the Hermits, Artist for Jesus. Welcome in. And Kevin, our lovely mod. Oh, okay, my audio's low. Let me try to adjust that. Thanks. How y'all doing on Valentine's Day? Thanks for popping in and spending some time with us.
Yeah. We're the real people they want to hang out with, you know.
Yeah. I'm a little under the weather today, but hopefully we'll make it. I've been excited and looking forward to this stream. Drawing and chilling. Hey, welcome in. All right. Well, happy Valentine's Day, guys. Today we are actually just chatting and doodling together, celebrating our 12-year anniversary. Can't believe it's been 12 years, Josh. Holy smokes. Time flies.
Yeah.
What are you drawing? It's like a snow mouse? Like a
Sometimes I feel like dog toys are kind of weirdly shaped, right? So just whatever comes to mind first, I'm just going at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so we're doodling and chatting today, and thought that it would be nice to work on a little illustration of a studio cafe. Josh and I were just thinking about what we could draw today, and thought it would be fun to redo our starting soon screen. And we were just kind of like talking about ideas. And Josh, you suggested a studio. No, you suggested a cafe. And I was thinking of a studio, so then we just combined it.
Yeah. I wanted something kind of cozy, and I feel like studio and cafe both fit that category. So it's a good kind of in between.
Yeah. All right. How's my sound? Am I louder? I feel like I need to adjust my mic even more. All right, let's see here. How about now? Yeah. All right, great. Well, welcome in, guys. Today, what we're gonna do is, collaborating with artists is always a good way to get those creative juices flowing. So we thought it would be fun to illustrate something together. And Josh and I sometimes, when we're teaching, we'll like finish each other's doodles. Or we'll finish each other's drawings sometimes when we're teaching, when Josh is subbing my class, or vice versa. So thought it would be nice to illustrate something together, and we're gonna walk you through kind of how we collab on ideas, just like figuring out what we want a illustration to look like, and then we'll kind of jump into the live demo and a casual sort of brainstorm, so you can see how this can be applied in real time. And before we do that, though, if you're just joining us for the first time, we love art nerds here at Wing Canvas, and we're also a school of illustration. So if you haven't joined our Discord, we invite you to join the largest art nerd community. We have a wonderful community from all around the world. So many of you guys have made a huge difference in each other's lives, just like sharing your artwork and your process, your challenges, and it's been an amazing journey just over these 12 years. and half of them were actually online. So we went online in 2020, right after the pandemic. So it's been exactly 6 years now. And Josh, when did you join us? You joined us like right shortly after the pandemic, right?
Yeah, I think maybe like 2023. I think somewhere around there.
2023.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, shall we get into the drawing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. So we are using this program called Magma, which sometimes we use with our students to draw together, and it's actually a pretty cool collaborative drawing software that's free. So if you haven't had a chance, definitely check that out. So we've got about 2 hours together. Josh, am I able to turn this layer off? Or can only you?
I don't think so. I
only
can
you
turn it off.
it
You want it off now?
Yeah, let's start our cafe drawing.
Sure. Ooh, do you want to bring up the one that I already started?
Yeah, sure. If you've already started something, let's go.
I mean, it's still just a rough, so we can always change it and everything, so it's okay.
Am I able to draw on your layer?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I gotta make my own layer.
But I guess you can always let me know, and I'll like change it or something.
All good.
Call this the.
So we actually had a couple dogs who used to come in the studio. Sadie and Pongo, they were my dogs. And they sort of just became mascots, kind of like by accident, which was kind of fun. So,
I mean, also, who doesn't like dogs? Everybody loves dogs.
You know what? There are some people. I have like this tiny dog. She's like the size of a cat, and there are some. I've met some people who are actually afraid of her. Like will squeal at adults. Like. So yeah. I guess if some people have had bad experiences where they've been bitten by dogs or.
That's true.
Yeah. But she has no teeth because she's really old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We keep having to pull her teeth out because they're just like decaying. And old dogs live a long time, but they always have like teeth problems, I guess.
Oh no.
Yeah. Do you guys watch We Rate Dogs? No, I haven't. Oh, there's a shared layer in Magma. Okay. I don't know how to do that. Not really familiar with this program. But
yeah, me neither.
We're just kind of like stumbling through it. Oh, hey guy, welcome in. You had a dog that was big that lived up to be 16. Wow, 16 is pretty old for a dog, actually. That's great. What kind of dog did you have? Because Josh, you have a corgi, right?
Yeah. He just turned he's turning 7. So he's slowly getting up there. He was actually a COVID dog, so I think like we got him 2019, and then literally after that he's been kept inside the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's a little socially awkward, I guess you could say. Yeah, he doesn't know how to respond when there's other dogs around. Gets all feisty.
Oh, okay. Did you get him as a puppy?
Yeah.
Yeah, puppies can be a handful for sure. So we're actually drawing a studio cafe, but it's gonna have dogs and cats. And we talked about Josh maybe animating some of the smoke or animating some of the elements in this cafe later on, like some smoke.
Oh yeah, I guess we can show it now. So the inspiration for this is kind of the Lo-Fi Girl. So if any of you guys know that.
You know what? There's a cat cafe in my neighborhood, and every time I go by, I'm like, this is. I always want to just like go in and just go pet the cats in there. Such a. Have you ever been to a cat cafe?
No, but I've like heard of them, and I don't know. I it sounds weird as like someone who owns a dog. I'm like very neutral on it. I guess it's like if friends want to go, I'll maybe go check it out. I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll come along. But then I feel like personally, I don't have any like draw to go in there. Maybe because I already have a dog, so it's like, oh okay, I have one at home. I don't have to go out, and I feel like I have so much responsibility if I go to like in another place where there's already other people's like cats and dogs and pets there. I feel like there's a sense of like responsibility that I have to make sure that nothing bad happens to their dog or their pets.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange idea, but even in Asia, like I was in a lot of the malls in Asia, and they just have like random petting zoos. Like you can go
Oh,
feed guinea pigs and rabbits, and there's like I don't know. I feel like in Asia, people love to feed animals, so there's just like places where you can just go and like feed all kinds of animals.
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. It's cool, but there's also like sometimes I go in and I'm like, oh, I feel kind of bad for these animals, but it's like, oh, it's buffet every day. All they do is eat. Um,
Yeah. I know my friend really wants to go to one. He's like a real animal person, so we're always like, you should go to one, but yeah, he hasn't found the time to. I'm sure it'd be fun though. Like every time I watch videos of like streamers when they go across country to like Japan or something, they seem to have a fun time with like the cat cafes and everything.
yeah. I don't know if Josh, if you want to draw your dog, because Sadie sadly is not around anymore.
Oh
Um,
yeah, sure.
yeah.
Do you
So
want it next to yours or
yeah,
because
yeah.
we were so the plan here, guys, I guess, is that the right side is for our avatars. So like, do we want to share like what the goal for this screen is, or have we
Sure.
kind of
Yeah.
shared? Yeah, so this is hopefully going to be our new timer opening screen. So while you guys are waiting for us to set up, we'll have this out and kind of running, and there'll be a timer there. So it'll be like a cute, fun, welcoming image to let everybody in. And so our avatar, whoever is streaming, is going to be on the right-hand side. So I guess we want to leave that open a little bit over
Yeah.
here. And then we're gonna kind of fill up the whole entire area with like different animals. So not just cats and dogs, but we'll have like maybe some people have like lizards or birds.
Lizards. Whoa,
Yeah.
lizards. Whoa.
uh, oh, no lizards, no on
I
the
don't know.
lizards.
Lizards in a cafe. It was a weird. That was a weird
That is
vibe.
that is true. You know what? My
Maybe.
initial take was like, oh, we're gonna make it like rainforest cafe vibe.
Oh, I love the Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah.
See, I have no problem with lizards, but they're definitely I don't. They're definitely not cozy, you know.
No, yeah, for sure. That is fair. Yeah. No, it's because in our rough draft that we have in front of us, we have like some vines. I'm like, oh, like maybe a chameleon or a gecko would be there or something. But
Josh is gonna hide a lizard in here from me.
actually, yeah. So like Sadie, how if she doesn't have teeth, what does she like? How does she eat? Or
Oh, you mean
yeah.
Pongo?
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Pongo, yeah.
Pongo. Pongo's the little one. If she doesn't have teeth, how does she eat? We're kind of spoon feeding her. We're mashing up her. They have these like dog food pellets that are freeze dried that are very soft.
Mhm.
And then we just kind of like mix lots of wet food and such.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe a
she like
gecko on the
cookie.
wall. Geckos are way cuter for sure. That's a good idea, art style. And somebody said, Shelby Lester said she has around 7 dogs and 3 cats. Holy
Wow.
smokes. Wow, that is a lot of work. Kudos to you. You know what? I once went to a hotel in Bali, and there were 7 dogs there, and they were surprisingly well behaved. But it was always crazy at meal times. You
Mm.
know, you'd see the owner put out 7 dog bowls, and but yeah, dogs are great. Dogs are such
Wow.
good companions.
Yeah.
Yeah, today you guys can ask us anything. We're here today just to kind of like chat with you guys, and maybe because they're cold-blooded that I just associate them with like a cool environment.
That's true too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Did I go? Yeah, I went to Bali. So I did a bit of I was really lucky. I did a bit of traveling before actually when Canvas was started. And I had this itch to just go see the world for a long time. And then decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So I used to work in advertising. I was an art director, and I said, you know, I'm gonna quit, and I'm gonna go travel for a bit. And then I've always wanted to start a studio. So when we were traveling, my partner and I thought about Wing Canvas, thought about running a studio where we could have camps and programs, because honestly, art camp changed my life. Like I went to art camp as a kid. Josh, did you ever go to art camp as a kid?
Yeah. Oh, but also, people in the chat are saying there's a little bit of lag. I don't know. Hopefully, it's just people's internet, but it seems like a lot of people are saying that.
Oh
I don't know.
no. Oh no. Okay, let me see what I can close then. Let's see. See what I can. Maybe it's like Discord being laggy. But frames are dropping. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, because there's 2 of us. I have to have Discord open because that's kind of how we have our avatars working. So yeah, there's a little bit of of lag. Sorry guys, my computer is there's too many recordings on it that I need to get rid of. That I need to
Oh,
archive, so I
same.
think it's slowing it down. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm noticing my drawings aren't coming through either.
Oh no.
Yeah. Mm,
Okay, let me try refreshing this. Just a second, let me try. Let's see if that's better. When did I go to Bali? 2011. So Wing Canvas actually started in the spring of 2011. No, spring of 2013. Sorry. And then we officially opened in 2014. So we're technically 12 years old. How we feel? Somebody wants to ask. This is a Josh question. How do you feel about animating mouth movements?
I feel a little bit bad because I like laughed at his animation, but it was because the way I wish I could show like how it was moving, or like with my camera and everything, but it was too exaggerated. There's too much movements. So if you overcomplicate mouth movements, sometimes it can just look really over the top. Um, so you always want to keep it minimal. And if you actually like look, and the best way to tell is just watch any kind of videos where people are talking, and you'll notice that we actually don't move our mouths too much. A lot of the sounds are made with our like tongues inside of our mouth, especially with the English language. So the mouth opening and closing actually doesn't do too much, or it doesn't do too much of like the sounds, like helping us pronounce like the words and letters. So yeah, it's always keep it simple. Simple is best.
Yes. Yes, simple is best for sure. The two, you know, I also think like we get asked this a lot because we seem to find that a lot of people tend to overcomplicate things. Like a lot of
Mm.
people think that more complexity is actually better, but I think the best design rule you could follow is less is more, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, for sure. It's hard too though, because like you'll kind of feel like you're on a bit of a roll, and you're like, oh, let's add this, add that, and then you kind of take a step back from your drawing or your painting, and you realize like you went a little bit too overboard. So it's like a nice, it's good to have a good balance between being like not too simple sometimes, depending on what you're drawing, and then sometimes having it be complicated in the right ways, I think.
For sure.
But that takes time, as with everything, and also depends on like what style you're going for. Like if you're going for chibi, I don't think there's real any point going super detailed, because the whole charm of chibi is the fact that it's very minimal, but it's very like cutesy and round. So yeah.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
think
lip syncing is definitely tough. I guess if any aspiring animators there who are doing any kind of like mouth syncing or lip syncing, audio syncing, always good idea to kind of get the audio track and maybe like write down notes for like where things are being said, certain like emphasis and like where people are emphasizing certain sounds. Those are usually where you want to have the mouth be open, but for the most part, you don't want to go too overboard with the mouth movements, or else it looks really goofy. Yeah.
so. Josh, I think you turned your layer off by accident because the visibility is off, so I can't see what you're drawing.
Oh, wait, what?
So if you
Oh,
go to the, are you drawing on Cafe Rough? You are, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the layer is turned off, and I
uh,
can't actually turn it back on.
uh, it's hide layer. Wait. Oh, oh, it's weird. Now you have. Wait, can you see it now though?
I can't see what you're
So,
drawing. No.
oh, it. I clicked like the icon.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it's
weird.
weird. It gave you the act, because now I don't have access to the layer.
What?
Yeah.
Is it the Cafe
I
Rough?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I click the icon below the eye, and it
Mm-hmm.
says hide layer only for me. But then now I can't turn on the like the eye is kind of grayed out, so I can't toggle it on or off. And I see your name on it, so it seems like you're the owner of the layer now.
Uh-oh. Can you make a copy of the layer? Personal
Uh,
visibility.
oh, I can't even duplicate it either. Wait,
Uh-oh.
so you can't see it on your end?
No, I can't. Let's see.
Oh.
It's Cafe Rough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I can't see it on my end. That's so strange. Let's try
Yeah, it
duplicating
says
the layer and see. Yeah. No, that's weird.
oh, oh,
Are we on Twitch? No, we're not. We're just on YouTube. Um, just catching up with the chat. Which live stream did you guys find the most fun to do, if you can remember? Oh, that's a good question. I don't actually know which stream was the most fun. Um, I like drawing caricatures in general. The caricature stream was really fun. Um,
oh yeah, how'd
uh,
that go?
yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. I didn't think I would get it done in time, but apparently it was okay. So
Oh,
wasn't too
nice,
bad.
nice,
And
nice.
yeah, actually when Wing Canvas started, I did have two dogs and a cat. And it was really fun just like watching the dynamic of the cat, cuz she sometimes cats are like the most like the alpha, right? But my cat ended up like Pongo was kind of the alpha, even though she was at one time smaller than my cat. Um, you guys still can't see Josh, eh?
Yeah, it's weird.
That is
I
weird.
don't know why. Here, I did screenshot it just in case, because you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna restart it." So I was like, "Oh no, what if it doesn't like save it or
Okay,
anything?"
cool.
Let
Can
me
you?
see if I paste it, if it'll bring it back. I
Yeah,
don't know.
sounds good. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't see him. Oh no.
Like they don't see the drawing, right?
Yeah,
Is
like
what
they
they're
see
saying.
you, but they don't see the drawing, which is strange. So
Go the very bottom.
it seems like, yeah, it seems like it should be visible. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can see.
Okay, the problem though is I don't know how the how to make a consistent transformation. Okay, I don't know if this helps compensate for it a bit, but
But I still can't see the stuff that you've drawn. It's just still the same unless you added something else.
yeah, I might have maybe like pressed a weird shortcut, because
Whoa,
yeah,
now
I
I'm
don't know
seeing
why.
double.
Yeah, I think this is the closest I can get it. There's a little bit of a doubling, but
What did you
this
add
is
that was new?
I just because I screenshotted it beforehand.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
I just kind of pasted there. So do you see it now? Like the old drawing?
I see the old drawing, but it looks the same as as it was before.
Oh yeah, because it's just a screenshot with like everything there. Um so I'm drawing on layer 7 at the moment. Maybe I'll just
Okay.
leave it at that. I won't label it. Um
Okay, so should I turn off? Wait a minute. Should I
oh,
turn off
like the
the
old?
original sketch so it's not double?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That works. So it's not doubling.
Or the
Like you can
cafe copy? Wait a second. Wait a second. Uh,
I guess in that case you could delete cafe rough copy and just turn off cafe rough.
but now it's double again, so I don't know what's doubling. Layer 7, I think.
No, yeah. Well, I only drew like the light bulb and the wires on the upper right.
Okay. Whoa, these collab layers are so confusing. Somebody asked what we were using. We're using Magma, and it's just, it allows you to work collaboratively. But now we're trying to like figure out the layers. Um, I can see you drawing now, Josh, but it's still, yeah, there you go. Okay, I can see you drawing. The
Oh,
thing
there, it didn't
is,
double up when you turned that off. Yeah, there.
okay, so then I just need to move this. Let me just move it. What's the shortcut for moving? How do you move a layer again in Magma? Oh, there's transform. Okay, maybe that will work.
Oh, I guess I'll answer some questions while you're
Sure,
adjusting it.
sounds good.
Someone said I use a screenless tablet. I have a really hard time with line art when you zoom in, my lines don't connect very well. Got any tips for that? Um yeah, screenless tablets are tricky just because it's not gonna perfectly align with your drawing or screen sometimes. So it's really just kind of getting familiar, excuse me, with like the muscle memory. Try to use your whole arm and zoom in and work in like chunks. I think is like the best way to go around it. It's gonna be tough in general just because your screenless tablet. is just gonna the sometimes the distances and the size ratio is just not 1 to 1. So it's always gonna be a little bit off. And you're just gonna have to kind of practice drawing in like using your whole arm and paying more attention to your screen than what your physical arm or stylus is doing. But it's tricky. I feel like unless Faye, you have any recommendations or suggestions, I feel like there's not really too much you could do with a screenless tablet to fix that disconnect between like your what you're physically doing with your arm and what's on screen, just because the size difference is a big part of it.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, thank you, Orange, for that question. And then Blue Nova asks, "What's your preference, traditional or digital? Like, if you just wanted to zone out while drawing, which would you go for?" Oh, I would say I think for me, before it was traditional, I used to do a lot of pencil crayon portrait studies. I haven't done too much recently. Um, but I used to do a lot of like red pencil crayon portrait studies to kind of zone out on. But I feel like now I do it mostly digital. So I don't know, but there's something nice about traditional drawing that is a bit different from drawing and doing studies digitally.
Oh, and by the way, guys, today we are doing some giveaways. And we actually, because it's Valentine's Day, we thought it would be fun to host a little giveaway, a little contest where you can win a date with your favorite instructor. So whoever you'd like to work with, whether it's Josh or Jesse, myself, Gonzalo, you could win a date with your favorite instructor. And we're actually announcing the winner of the private mentorship class towards the end of the stream. And we're also, if you want to give a shout out to an instructor, maybe you enjoy their streams, maybe you have taken a class with them. But if you haven't submitted a shout out, you can do it now, and you can win a month of unlimited access to live critique and class recordings in our Total Art Nerd membership. So we're giving away 3 1-month passes of school. And you technically have a pretty good chance of winning. So in addition to the shout outs that we have, if you want to submit a shout out, you can. I'm actually going to drop the link in the chat, and then you'll be able to win one of those free passes. So I'm just going to drop that in the chat here. And the shout outs. Here, let me drop the different link. Yeah, so in our sometimes we'll do one-on-ones. They are quite limited, but when we do one-on-ones, basically we work with people to help them, turn their art into income. So a lot of our students want to be able to, start selling their work, doing commissions, and, monetizing their artwork, building a portfolio so that they can get the job of their dreams, or just like get their foot in the door. So we work with a lot of our visionary students to help them with that goal. So you can, in the one-on-ones, you can kind of ask your instructor whatever you like, get help on anything that you're stuck on. So we also work with a lot of people who want to stream and do content creation. So yeah, it's not too late to win. So if you are here, you can submit a shout out, and at the end of the stream, we are going to do a draw. Okay, Josh, what's your dog's name again? It's like
King.
king, right? Okay, so what? I feel like king should have some cards. Like maybe they can be playing cards or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
I feel like he should be holding like a king of hearts or something. Yeah. And Pongo's like, I'm all in.
Oh,
I cannot.
president.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of get the gist of poker. But yeah, growing up was more big two.
Okay, so if it's a studio cafe, we gotta put some artwork in the background. Maybe some artwork from streams and stuff.
Do we want to put the banner like higher for the timer, or is this an okay spot?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can move it higher. I can't move it myself, but maybe we can move it a little bit higher for sure.
Sure.
Thank you. Happy Art Nerd anniversary. Thank you so much. Yeah, our anniversary is on a Canadian holiday called Family Day. I believe it's a holiday in the US as well. And we opened on Family Day weekend. And we actually had a little collab drawing event where people just came in and we all worked on a collaborative piece together that became this big mural that was in our studio for a few years. And so this is kind of fun because we're also now collaborating and doing a collab piece, although very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Shelby asks, have either of us done 3D modeling or 3D printing before?
My husband does 3D printing. I see him tinkering all the time. He's actually a Wing Canvas partner. He's a silent partner, but he started the business with me, so we're actually like a mom and pop shop. He's always loved 3D printing, and we have like maybe 3 or 4 broken 3D printers upstairs. they're all like somewhat in need of repair.
Layer 1? Do we want to delete that?
Yeah, there's nothing on layer 1. Let's delete that.
Okay. Layer 8 is just like the original drawing. Oh, just
okay. So layer 8 is yours, and I can't see it, so I don't know if I'm able to even merge it. Okay, so yeah. I can hit own layer, and now I own it.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm gonna see if I can move it.
Yeah, I guess just take all the layers that I have and then just own it and then just merge them all.
Maybe. Good plan, good plan. Okay, let's see. So I have to take all the layers from you first. Own layer. Okay. And now how do I select everything?
Maybe merge down. I think it's like the arrow.
Gotcha.
Maybe. I don't know.
Merge down layer.
Oh, okay. And also, in regards to the 3D, I've done 3D modeling because it was part of the program that I did for animating, but I was never really that good at it. It just, I mean, I was okay. I could do the basics, but if you were to go like, oh, can you do it like properly? I would say no. But it was cool. It was fun. Maybe not for me. I prefer kind of just more the drawing side. Yeah.
Okay, so now everything is on one layer.
Oh, nice.
And now we should be able to... I guess you could still draw on your layer, and then if anything, we can then merge it together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, thank you, Get the Feels. Yeah, it's a happy anniversary for us, I guess.
Happy Valentine's to all of you guys, and thanks so much for joining and hanging out with us. We're
yeah,
happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah. Mm.
And you guys have been so awesome. Like when Canvas first started, we did not expect our community to become global, and become this like such a cool supportive place. And we definitely have to thank everybody who has helped make it so wonderful. Our amazing mods, our amazing teachers and students and members, and everybody who supports us, everybody who joins and tunes in on these streams as well. Like, you guys are awesome.
Mm.
Without you, we wouldn't be where we are. So thanks for subscribing to our channel, and thanks for spreading the word. I mean, we've heard that a lot of teachers also use WinCanvas tutorials and resources. So a lot of you guys have found us from your teachers, and that's really, really cool as well. Because historically, we've always worked with schools. We would go into local schools, and we would help out the teachers. So during COVID, we decided, okay, well, we're going to go online because we saw a really big need for I think we went online first to help people with digital art, because I think digital art was like one of those things that, like, before, digital art wasn't accessible at all. It was like you had to buy Photoshop, and like that was pretty much it. And now there's been so many cool programs and softwares that are free. Like Krita is a huge one. I think we started off with Medibang.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Magma, and this one's collaborative, so it's like anyone can just kind of start learning, even with like a browser-based program. If you guys haven't tried Figma's awesome too. Figma's like Illustrator but collaborative, right? Josh, do you use Figma?
No. Is it good for? Because with Illustrator, I always messed around more with the pen tool, but I haven't found one, or I haven't gotten used to one that can kind of replicate it. Do they have like a pen tool kind of feature?
Yes, they do, for vectors, right?
Oh,
Oh, Big
cool.
Snake
Yeah,
Boss,
maybe I'll
thank
check it.
you. Thank you so much for the dono. That's super, super kind of you.
Ooh.
And shout out to you too. I remember when you first joined, and I have seen how diligent you've been with working on your art, and I've seen an amazing growth and progress. So really, really, personally, really proud of you. So thank you so much. Roses are red, violets are blue. I couldn't ask for a better place to learn than this here school. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Very, very kind.
Hey, thank you, Big Boss. Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know if I feel like this cat's tail is going to be problematic for you to animate, but this is I don't even think I'm
Oh,
connected in the right place right now.
no, actually, no, that's perfect.
Yeah?
Actually,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Because it's not gonna like, I think it's good. It's in a good spot.
Okay, all right. You know what, when we first started teaching animation classes at the studio, I tried it out. I took one of the classes, and I made this little bouncing ball, and then turned it into a dog, and I realized how much work it was, because I think when I was a little kid I dreamed about being an animator, and then I tried animation, and I was like, whoa, this is a lot of work. This is very, very difficult. And I got this new appreciation for just how challenging it is. So
No,
Josh,
same.
you learned both 2D and 3D animation, right?
No, I learned mostly 3D, but I would say that like, it's very transferable. like the skills, because at its core, animation the principles are the same, but it's just the way you animate is different. So people don't know this a lot of the times. For 3D animation, you're mostly actually animating with graphs. So you're kind of pushing him. It's more like pushing and pulling levers, actually, more so than puppeteering. So you can still click on the model and you can still like move the arm and turn the head like physically like that to pose it kind of like a toy. But then in order to animate it and get it to work properly, you actually bring in something called the animation graph, and you're kind of moving the arm based on like X and Y axes and Z axes, I guess. Yeah. So it's a lot. It's a. It's not. Sometimes it catches people off guard because it's like, oh wait, what? That's what it is, and people don't realize that's um that's how animation works.
Yeah, it's and have you ever done rigging and like rig animation or mostly hand drawn?
Mostly hand drawn. Rigging is. I haven't tried it. Actually, no. You know what? I technically have because in OCAD, I took an illustrated animation course and we animated through Adobe Effect or yeah, After Effects. And it's basically it's more like paper cutout puppet animation where you uh, export the head as one layer, export the arms as another layer, the body another layer, and then you put it all together in After Effects and you tell After Effects, I want to pin the head to the neck and then the neck to the body. So essentially you're kind of doing like a rig.
Okay,
So I've
cool.
done it a little bit, but not enough for me to be to say that like, oh, I'm an expert on it, but it's pretty straightforward, I would still say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't I as much as I appreciate animation, I'm personally much better behind the scenes. Just like it's just
Mm.
given that I get bored easily doing the same thing over and over
Mm.
again. So it's good to try different things, you know, because like what you think you want to be like growing up as an artist is sometimes really different than, you know, once you try it and then once you realize like what you really love to do,
Hmm.
um, it it changes. So what got you into art, Josh? Like what made you want to become an artist?
Uh, it was originally like manga. I originally wanted to be a manga artist. I don't know. Kevin thinks that I should still go for it. So he's like, "Oh, I would love to see your stuff as a comic book." I think one time I shared like this cat drawing piece that I'm doing for illustrated animation, but I'm like, "No, it takes so much work. I don't know if I have the I don't know, the endurance for it. But I don't know, who knows. But yeah, the comic books, manga, and then I think later on like poster illustrations from James Jean. So he did a lot of the covers for a comic book series called Fables, and that kind of like opened my eyes as to like what illustration could be, and that it was not just like Norman Rockwell or like old Renaissance painting styles. Like you could really go beyond like the realms of realism. So that kind of like got me more motivated to do like art because I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's a little bit different. So yeah.
Manga.
Oh, what's my favorite manga? Uh, I don't. Do I have one? I don't. I'm trying to like look around and see if there's any. Oh, you know what? I'm reading Blue Period right now. Blue Period is still like really, really good. So I recommend that for any it to you
Oh,
originally.
like all my students?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've
Um
not checked it out. I had also had a student who was like, "Oh, you should watch it." I'm like, "Okay, sure, sure."
yeah, sorry, my OBS is keeps on cutting out for some reason, and so
Oh no.
yeah, it seemed to have reconnected. Sorry guys, I didn't realize. I know Discord takes a lot of just like memory on my computer, so I don't usually have it open because we're streaming on like we're in a VC together, which is kind of how this is all working. And so I think it's just really hard on my computer.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. 10 out of 10 would read. I don't know if I'm definitely not a good writer. I wouldn't mind just drawing for like a comic book or a comic or manga series, but writing is not my fortes. I have like ideas. When I was in like middle school and high school, I had a lot of ideas, like world building ideas, but um yeah, that I don't know about writing. Writing is not my forte. As Faye and Kevin will probably can attest to, since like I will always submit my script for our videos, and then they'll always give me like editorial notes, editor's notes. Like, oh, change that. Maybe don't write it that way. And I'm like, okay, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's funny you talk about the videos because I think a lot of people don't really actually know our process for videos. So we actually for our videos we sometimes will produce them, sometimes we'll take a class recording and we'll turn it into a video, and we'll sort of write an intro for it, and we all work together. So I'm more of the behind the scenes person. I work with the editors to produce the videos. Kevin, who's our mod in the chat, he will publish the videos. Josh is a creator, Jesse is a creator, so is Gonzalo, and Iggy, who is not here anymore. But we all kind of worked together on on videos that we think would help art nerds the most. And so if you have a video topic or something that you're struggling with, you can always join our Discord. You can join our Discord because we actually have a dedicated channel just for your ideas, right? Just for kind of like video ideas that you may have, and we read all of them. We go through all of them when we plan our streams and when we plan our videos. So that's why you guys are so awesome, as our students and our fans. You guys are the ones who help us determine our content, and even in our classes, like the more you ask for support, the more we understand how to support you guys. So again, don't be shy. We love hearing your suggestions. And if you haven't already, join us on Discord. We've got loads of free resources on there for art nerds. And if you
I think that was the plan. Yeah, we could do that.
like, I would love to do that, but my worry is that my computer can't handle it.
Oh,
But I'm gonna
okay.
see what I can do here. Or maybe we do that after.
Okay.
So
Sure.
okay, so now color scheme wise, I guess we should start coloring. We were thinking of like cafe lighting. So I'm just gonna try to find. Did you have a reference that you wanted to use, or just anything
Uh,
really? Did you want to pick a
I
color
was
scheme
thinking like
together?
uh not really any color palette, but maybe just like warm colors, so like maybe like a red, burgundy, brown kind of backdrop for the wall. Here maybe mm, let's
Like
see.
brick, or okay,
More
like the
more like
tan color?
light. Yeah, kind of like a nice tan color, like very well, like something like this, I think, for the
Okay,
back for the back wall.
okay,
Um, could be maybe even more saturated. I don't know.
okay. Let's see. Um,
Um, and then like the gold, I guess the picture frames could be kind of whatever we want. Some could be gold, some could be brown, black frames. Just like I guess a light, bright color scheme. Similar to the 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 reference photo, like this one.
okay. And I was
Yeah.
actually thinking, like, I loved the idea of like the rainforest cafe. So I was thinking of doing
Mm.
some kind of like foliage at the top, like behind the lights. Let's see if I can just like
Oh yeah. I think more
Just
some like greenery would be nice. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So I'm gonna start to color. Um, I think we need to make the sketch multiply. I'm just gonna hit multiply so that we can still see it. Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, I guess I'll answer this question I saw it a while ago, which is I think is pretty good and quite relevant to what we're doing right now, which is if you were to draw the line art for the sketch, how would you handle the line placement if the line is thinner than the sketch line? Um, so the way that I usually go about it is to I like to lower the rough drawing to like lower the opacity to be quite low. So maybe like 15% or even lower if you really don't want to see it. So that this way you can really focus on the final line work. So it's not so much about copying it one for one or like making it match exactly to the rough drawing that you have. The rough drawing there is there to kind of suggest and help guide where you've kind of planned things out already, but then it's really your final line work that you want to pay attention to. So that's kind of what I recommend for when it comes to uh, trying to do line work, because yeah, it's kind of like a pretty big struggle. I would say like most people have kind of
So
balancing is like, oh, how much should I see and all that kind of stuff. But it shouldn't be too hard, because you're not trying to replicate exactly the layer you're underdrawing, but you're really more trying to use it as a guideline to help you clean up your line work.
okay, Josh, I'm gonna move your layer under mine. Josh and I are both
Mm.
kind of painterly. Like, we don't really prioritize line art when we work on backgrounds. It's more like just kind of like blocking out the shapes. Um,
Oh yeah.
so I
Actually,
don't
oh, sorry. Yeah, keep going.
I don't know if you wanted to or if you think it's necessary to redraw some of these lines, because I realized we drew the line on a layer with a gray background. So when I merged it, it still has that gray background.
Oh, I was gonna tell you that since you're owning it, layer 8 is the one with the where I screenshot it. Maybe turn it to multiply, and I know it's still not gonna be like perfect because and then move it like maybe below or above so we can still kind of know where we're coloring.
It's just gonna
Um,
get really dark. That's the thing, because it's on
yeah,
gray, right? So
yeah, and then maybe play. We can lower the opacity. I think that'd be okay too. So it's like multiply, so we can still see the lines when we paint over stuff, but then we'll just kind of have to wing it, just because we didn't really organize the layer in the best way, I guess, for this, since we are figuring out how Magma worked and everything.
so should I merge layer 4 with layer 8? Because layer 4 is where you drew the birds and stuff.
Uh,
Like, this is layer 8, so everything else is
sure.
on layer 4, right? Let's see if I can
Yeah,
take
if we
this
want to,
over.
I guess we could put all our line work in on one layer, so then when coloring, it's a bit easier.
Okay, so here we go. Okay.
And then I guess we can move it all the way to the top.
Background. So I think I might be able to. I think I might just be able to paint it back. Let's see. Let's see if I can just make it a little less confusing. No, see, that doesn't actually help. You want it on the top, Josh? Like above our
So
colors? Because see, it's gonna make it
yeah,
really dark.
because I think it's okay for now. Um, just
Okay.
because we'll turn it off afterwards, anyways.
Okay. Sounds good.
Actually, for mine, I'm thinking it'd just be easier to just fill in the whole thing. Where's your grass layer? Okay, I'm gonna put it below yours.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fill in the whole background.
Okay, so now we're just gonna block stuff in. And we're actually working on. Okay, well that you see how it see how it has that gray background. So I could erase it if you'd like. Like here, I'll quickly erase it.
Oh,
Does that help?
no, I mean
Does it?
it's all colored in, so it's okay.
Okay.
I think my approach for this is to just kind of block them all in with like very basic shapes first, and then that way it'll be easier when we need to take everything out.
Okay, got you.
Um,
All right, so I'll just keep coloring stuff in and
yeah,
reduce the opacity, right? Like that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I like the chicks. Those are cute. But I'm gonna keep going with the foliage. Sort of at the top.
Might be good to kind of paint everything on different layers, and then once we take the drawing layer off, we can see what the real colors are, and then we can lock transparency, and then quickly just change it and adjust it afterwards.
Lock transparency on what? Sorry? On
On
which?
the layers that we're gonna paint. Um, so it's the one that well they don't call they call it lock opacity. Um, so we basically just get a color in whatever is colored. So
Okay.
like this tablecloth, like once I block it in, and we take away the underdrawing layer, we can see what the actual color is, and then we can make a better assessment as to whether it's good or not.
Gotcha. Okay. Mm, I do like some of this foliage kind of peeking from the top, and the picture frames remind me of the old studio, because the old studio we had paintings from floor to ceiling, and that was really fun. We would have
Yeah, I
these
remember.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember going in for the first time and seeing all those like the gallery in like the lobby, I guess you would call it, like just the entrance way. That was really
Yeah.
cool.
Thanks. I didn't actually know that because when Josh joined Wing Canvas, it was during the pandemic, right? So I had no idea that you even saw the old studio. So that was really cool. You came for life drawing once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I didn't even know about you guys until my friend was like, "Oh, you want to join me for life drawing?" And I was like, "Sure," because I used to teach like right across from Markville Secondary, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, there's a life drawing session that happens like also like in the same area." So I was like, "Okay, sure." It's like convenient.
Cool.
Yeah, and it had been like a few years since I'd graduated, so I was like, you know what, sure, I haven't done like figure drawing in a while. Let me jump in and get back into it.
Was that like a costumed session? Do you remember who the model was?
I think it was nude.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, we used to
but
have cosplayers come actually.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know how many sessions you actually came to, but we had some cool costumed ones, and I remember painting Ari the seven-tailed fox. Seven tails or nine tails? I can't remember. Maybe nine.
Whoa,
Yeah, we had that was a really fun one.
that's cool.
We had Christmas themed sugar plum fairy um, costumed life drawing. But yeah, like figure drawing, if you guys can draw from life, highly recommend that you do. I think that
Hmm.
I think that life drawing is kind of essential for
Hmm.
for artists. Um and I don't think beginners do it enough. It's almost like people have to force um gotta like force yourself to go, but once you go, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I also think it's not very common, or it's hard to find a place that will have figure drawing.
Yeah, true.
or even if they do have it, it could sometimes be quite expensive for some people. So sometimes that kind of turns people away because they're like, oh, I have to pay like I don't know. I've heard somewhere where sometimes it's like 40, $60, and that might be a bit much for people, especially since figure drawing can be quite intimidating. So even though maybe that might be like the normal price, let's say, they might be like, oh, that feels maybe like a waste because I don't, I'm not skilled enough to do figure drawing yet. But I do agree. I always tell my students that too, is like, oh, if you get a chance, like if your community has one, go support your local figure drawing uh place and try to
Yeah.
do one in person.
Yeah, we figure drawing wasn't really profitable for us. We just tried to keep it affordable so that
Mm.
our students could get the practice that they needed. Um, but lucky for us, we had a lot of regulars and we had models who were really kind and um, also wanted to help. So that was a fun era of winged canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even during the pandemic, like there were some figure drawing studios that went online. Um,
Yeah, I heard a lot about that. Like you kind of pay and then they give you like a link or something and you get to like attend.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I always say it's like a line from I don't know if you ever watched that movie Dodgeball, where it's like if you could dodge a truck, you could dodge a ball. So I always tell them is like if you could draw in real life figure drawing, you could draw anything.
It's true. It's true. If you could draw people well, then everything is easy.
Yeah.
And if even if you want to stylize, like if you want to if you want to be able to stylize, it's actually really important to learn realism first because it gives you a lot more what is it, like it adds to your visual library and helps you understand how forms work and how shadows work, right? And then you can
Mhm.
just kind of like you got to learn the rules to break them, right?
Mhm.
You can't just like start breaking rules if you don't know how they work. So
Yeah.
um but yeah, and if you don't know what to draw, then draw some figures.
Mhm. I also think it's just really fun too. I think like maybe the first time it could feel intimidating, especially if it's your first time. But I think once you get like the kind of feel and the rhythm of it, and if especially if it's one of those drop-in types, it's not for school or anything. So I think it's a good place to kind of relax and chill and not take it too seriously. Um, at least that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah, and you can't expect every single drawing to be perfect, right? Like
Yeah.
um you just have to give yourself a little bit of grace sometimes, and going to live drawing is intimidating sometimes because you look around you and you're like, wow, this person's so good, I'll never be able to draw like
Mm.
them, right? And I think a lot of people just kind of compare themselves with other people, and that's not always healthy, but
Hmm.
it's kind of inevitable like with social media and with how we just how much we see on a daily basis, right?
Hmm. Yeah, someone says like, oh, online is more convenient, whereas like in person is like better, and I think that's honestly like the perfect take about it. Is like in person, it's hard to explain why. I remember even in like first year, one of my professors were like, oh, don't draw from photos because photos warp things, and I never could understand like what the difference was or like why is that such a big deal. But then after doing like figure drawing, you realize that your peripheral plays a big role with how you kind of perceive everything and how much information you see with your own personal eyes. And so like drawing in real life, like drawing in person for figure drawing is so different because your sense of scale with the model and how they're standing in front of you, like whether how close they are or how far they are, it changes because of our sense of depth is very different from when we look at it with a photo. And the thing too is like we don't realize is with photos, everything's been kind of cropped for us and framed for us, so we know exactly how to put it on our page. But when you have the whole room in front of you and you can feel the whole room and the model in front of you, you now have to decide like how am I going to crop what I'm about to draw and how can I fit it all within my page. And that in itself takes some time to kind of figure out in practice as well.
Yeah. And it depends on where you live, right? Some people just don't have access to figure drawing. Like if you don't live in like
Mm,
a big city, right? Or a larger city, it's tough. It's
yeah.
right? And sometimes you have to travel really, really far to do that. And um I actually think, COVID, as uncomfortable as it was, it made us realize how much we could actually do from home.
Mm, that too.
I'm just naming our layers right now so
Yeah,
so
yeah, I
that
saw
we
you
don't
doing
get
that, and I was like,
confused.
"Oh, right, I should label some of them." I don't know if you want me to like the ones that you drew, leave them for you, whereas like the ones I drew, you know, only
Um,
color the ones I
no,
drew.
no, you can color Pongo. I don't mind. I was just gonna do the background and let you do the animals because you're gonna be
Oh, okay,
animating them. I just
sure.
drew my dog, kind of, so that you kind of know what she looks like, but you can go ahead and deviate
Okay,
from the sketch if you want them to all look a certain way. And I just
sure.
realized that I'm not sure if I got the horizon line right. We might need to move the cat down a bit because
Oh, the
the
basket.
yeah, like the basket is
Eh,
actually, we're looking down at the basket, but then the
yeah,
lights, we're looking up at the lights, so that means like the horizon line is supposed to be there, and I'm not sure if
yeah,
that's
yeah. I mean,
they can make it work.
yeah. That's why I kind of flattened the lights a little bit because I noticed that the cat we were looking up on it, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll like change the angles, but um, up to you. I mean, the basket, I guess we could just curve it up a little bit, and that'd be it.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Also, the for Pongo, how what color is she?
Oh, Pongo is brindle, so she's brown and black.
Okay,
Okay, I suppose I could color her.
okay,
That's fine. I
sure.
could color her. She's When we first got Pongo, um, she was black with white paws, and then she slowly turned brown. So she turned brindle on us, which was a really nice surprise.
Do you like prefer that like newer color?
Um,
That
I don't really prefer any color. Like I think all dogs are great. Um, but
Oh, it's just kind of cool seeing the
yeah,
hair kind of
it was
change.
just kind of neat seeing that whole transformation. So I just thought that was kind of neat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And hello, Jess. Glad you were able to make it.
Woohoo,
Yeah.
Jess.
Oh, and Arunia's here. Oh, thank you,
Hey.
Arunya.
Hi, Runya.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's. Thanks for joining us.
Well, I don't know if I caught you too late because it seems like you said hi a while ago.
Yeah. Did the name Pongo come from 101 Dalmatians? You know what? Yes, but we named Pongo. Pongo actually in sounds like Pongo in Chinese, which means fat dog. Um,
Oh,
and in Chinese, when you call somebody fat, it's like a compliment. It's like,
yeah, yeah.
it's like, think of it as like the ph kind of fat. So it was like lucky dog, right? And so it was kind of a joke when we named her Pongo. um so
Oh, look at
yes,
all that lore, the history.
it was after 101 Dalmatians, but it was also um yeah, it was also just because I like puns, and
Oh,
that's pretty much it.
no, that's cool.
Yeah. About these lights, Josh, did you want these lights to like? Did you want to animate the lighting, or should I just kind of leave it?
Mm, No, I think the lighting should just be fixed. I think that's
Okay,
okay.
okay, okay. So
Yeah,
that
the
one.
only thing I was planning on animating was the tail. Even
Okay.
like Pongo's tail, I guess I could animate that. Or like anytime we see the tails on the dogs, I can animate that. Um, and then maybe like the cat's tail, and then also I know that you said Kevin suggested like the smoke from like the drinks, like the
Oh,
coffee
that'd be
drinks or
fun.
whatever.
Yeah, and open to
Yeah.
your suggestions here. And Josh, if you wanted to hide a little lizard somewhere, I'm like, I
Oh,
think
there already is one. There's one
what?
hidden. I mean, it's not
Oh, I
really that well
see
hidden,
it.
but it's there. Yeah.
Hold on, let me move this canvas so people can see it. Oh, there it is. There's the
Oh,
little.
true. Yeah, that might be a little weird for a cafe, maybe.
Someone suggested medieval weapons. Medieval weapons. Oh, never thought of that. I'm just gonna turn off the sketch for a second.
Sure.
Just so we can see.
One ray, like it's coming at a. Here, I'll draw it on like another egg. Like coming in like this, or
Okay.
maybe it could like hit like maybe around here, and like the whole thing would be like this part is bright, and then this half is a little bit darker, just so it has like that nice warm feel. Or if anything, if we don't go for that, then maybe just like a little bit of it can be hit by light, and then this would still be bright anyways because we got the light bulbs on the top.
Cool. So would you do that with like a lasso tool then?
Oh,
Like
I mean, I
would you
guess
do
I
it now?
could.
Would you do
I
it
would
now?
just I was gonna do it manually, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean, let me see. Where's the wall? Okay, here's the sunlight. Yeah, I
I
think
feel
maybe we'll
like
just have it be like here.
okay. I feel like I draw Pongo every single anniversary stream. I draw my dog.
You know, that's the Easter egg. It's the little thing that only regulars will know.
Maybe put a top hat on top of the gecko. I like that idea, Shelby. I think that's kind of cute. That would be cute. Yeah, why not? I mean, the dogs are playing poker, so why can't the gecko or the lizard wear a top hat? Anything's possible. We love our fantasy art, so you know, like like a mono like the I kind of picture a monocle and a top hat.
Did you ever go to this restaurant called Pho 88?
I feel
It
like
was
I
like
have.
around, I guess maybe because it's not in like Markham, but it was like Steels and Birchmount, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, they had all these like really old photos, and like one of them would be like dogs playing cards. And I don't know why as a kid that always like stood out to me. Like the paintings they had in the restaurant was very like odd. A lot of kind of surreal, abstract Art Deco style of paintings.
Sounds
Kind of
like
cool.
something I would really love, actually.
I think that
um,
they're still there, but I don't think they have like the same paintings up there anymore.
hmm.
Mm,
All right, so let's see. Okay, so I put Pongo on a separate layer.
mhm.
And I'm just going to do you like I guess I should just like paint her eyes and everything, right?
Oh
Cuz
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
You go ahead with it.
Okay. Let me know how to set you up best for this for the animation part.
Yeah, I think that's we can kind of go ahead and not do any line art, if anything, because that might make it easier
Okay.
for when I need to animate it. We'll
Okay.
just go with a more flat, not flat, but more of that paper cutout style,
Okay.
cartoony look.
Okay.
Cat, what are these things called? Cat beds? cat. That like the thing I put behind the cat and my dog and the birds. A lot of cats, and he has these like jungle bed gyms for them a lot of the times.
Ah, okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, Kevin says it's a cat tree.
Oh, it's a cat tree. Okay, okay. That sounds. That actually sounds better. Okay, so now I'm gonna do cards. And did you want me to color the cat? I guess I'll model it after my old cat. My old cat was named after a font. Her name was Helvetica.
I was actually gonna guess that.
No
I was
way,
like,
really?
was it Helvetica?
How come? Did you ever
I don't know, cause it's just such an iconic font. So I was like, oh, you know. And I remember you saying that you like typography, so I was like, oh, maybe what are the chances that would be Helvetica?
Yep. Well, she was such a beautiful cat, but also a very plain cat. Like she was
Oh.
she was gray. She was like a gray and white tabby, and but she had like a pink nose. She was gorgeous, but very what's the word? Like very plain. And I think Helvetica had the same kind of aesthetic, like very plain but just like super elegant and
Mm-hmm.
and beautiful. Like it's very similar to Ariel, but it's just like much more. It has a much better aesthetic.
Oh, you're talking about Helvetica, the font, the type.
Yes, I'm
Oh, okay.
talking
I
about the
thought you were
font.
talking about the cat.
Well, they have a similar aesthetic.
Okay,
So
okay.
I called her Helvy, um, and some people called her the cat.
Ah, that's fun.
So, all right, so let's color her in.
Did you ever watch that documentary about Helvetica?
No, I didn't. I don't think so.
Uh, yeah, there was a. I think it's because they previewed it a little bit one time in class before our lecture started, and I was like, who would ever watch something like that? But then,
Be able
oh boy.
to, yeah, yeah, it was nuts. It was like I had to learn how to actually typography was really um when I learned about uh how people read and how important it is for kerning. And kerning is like the space between letters. So the difference between a really nice font and kind of a like an ugly, I don't want to say ugly, but like just like a not so aesthetically pleasing font is that the spaces in between the letters are not very well thought out.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you've ever noticed that, like sometimes with kerning it makes a huge difference. And just like designers have to adjust the distance between certain letters, right? Like that to me is just the crazy amount of detail. um
Yeah. No, I took a topography class for fun on my last year,
mhm.
and I like forced my friend to take it with me, and he was like, "I hate this," and I was like, "What? No, this is so fascinating." Because yeah, they would teach us. It was like a very kind of basic course, so he didn't really go through anything too crazy with us, but he
Mhm.
would just teach us about like, oh, like the letter S. A lot of times people spend a lot of time figuring that out and designing because like the weight and balance of the S is really tricky, and just learning about like the apertures, so like the spaces in between the letters and how you space them, and also just like how some like the probability of how some letters are next to each other more frequently than others. So some designers would, I have no time to learn any of this, but this is so fascinating. I love this. But yeah.
Actually, Rachel, who one of our newer instructors, she went to design school, and Wing Canvas has a history of working with designers. It's like I've always had a love for design and appreciation for how design can really level up your game in anything. And I definitely believe that all illustrators should take a design class. Like I think
Oh yeah.
it's I think it's essential to be able to understand design principles and
Hmm.
use them to your advantage. Um,
Oh yeah, for sure.
mhm. I'm not gonna over render these, Josh, because I don't want to make it harder for you to animate them. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
that's
just
okay.
gonna keep them. I'm just gonna keep them pretty simple. And Pongo's like the same color as the background, but let's see what it looks like without the line art.
Sure.
This is the sketch.
I think it looks pretty great so far.
Okay, so we're just gonna keep it kind of flat, right?
Eee, nice. I
Yeah.
actually really like how the texture peeked through in the banner. Keeps a very kind of like children's illustration kind of a look to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've just been using one brush. Like I haven't
Oh yeah,
been.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been using the
Okay.
same brush as well.
Okay. Okay. I think that's another question that we get a lot is like, oh, what brush do I need to use? I need to have brushes. Those are my favorites.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's have you been using Krita or are you kind of going back and forth more with like Rebel or
I've been using Krita because Krita is just like Krita behaves like a digital art program. And I know what
Mm.
to expect with Krita. With Rebel,
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes I'll do draw overs and
Yeah.
it gives me a really hard time because the pen tool wants it like automatically multiplies, you know? Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
because it tries to behave like an actual traditional it tries to give it like the traditional feel. So a
So
lot
it
of
kind of like blends and smudges or tries to simulate something like that.
yeah, and sometimes I just want it to behave like a digital
Oh,
program,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah. I think that's kind of why I was like, oh man, this is like a whole new thing to learn because I tried to do like watercolor paintings, but like you can't, it's like you can treat it like a watercolor brush like traditionally, but you also can't because it's based on the layers that you have and the way they bleed and the timing for where they're bleeding. I was just like, okay, this is like a I need to like fully dedicate time if I want to kind of master how this works, but it's cool like the way that you can, the fact that you can have the colors bleed together and you can speed up like the drying time so it doesn't bleed as much. And I was like, oh, that's so cool, but this is so much work to figure out. So
It definitely is a
yeah,
lot to wrap your head around. Um,
yeah,
but I mean, it's still an incredible software. If
yeah.
if you guys haven't tried it, it's called Rebel. I believe version 8 is out now, and it's pretty good. Sometimes it's a little laggy though, so
Yeah,
I
it definitely eats a lot of memory.
yeah, but so does Krita.
Yeah, yeah. If you have too many layers, it starts chugging a little bit.
Mhm. Okay. I'm not sure what I want this cat bed to look like. Like I was thinking of just like kind of leaving it a basket color, so like a light wood color or something
Mhm.
like that.
I think
Um,
that'd be nice.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, should I draw it on the same layer as the cat, the basket,
Uh,
or a separate layer?
yeah, I think that have it be below the cat. Yeah,
Okay,
because I was thinking like when we animated, maybe the tail, just in case the tail like goes and covers the basket,
got you.
be
Okay,
separate.
it's gonna have a lot of
Oh,
layers.
yeah, yeah. It's the chalk grainy brush. I don't know if you had a chance to use that, but I really like it. It's not great for maybe like line art or fine detailing, but
Uh
it's
huh.
really great if you want that more traditional grainy kind of look.
I love chalk brushes. Like I've always that brush that you recommended is like one of my go-tos, especially for figure drawing because I've never been
Oh,
able
the
to.
charcoal one?
No, not the charcoal one. The the chalk grainy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I love that brush too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. But I mean, like this software has pretty good brushes. I was kind of like looking at all of the different brush options, and I'm just using Sketchy too. It was just like the default brush, because
Yeah.
we're really just like coloring stuff flat,
Yeah.
and okay, so there's a light source coming from the right. So for this basket, I guess I could make it a little bit lighter on the right side. And I want to be a little bit careful because like I tend to overdo it when it comes to. It's awesome. It is a great program,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, where am I here? Too many layers. Okay, there's my basket.
What would think about buying Clip Studio? I mean, Clip Studio is great too. I have it. I just haven't like I don't know, it just didn't meld with me, so I never ended up sticking with it, but I know that a lot of people just love it in general too. So it's a good software.
I've always like I learned Photoshop in the beginning. Is that kind of what you use too,
Mhm.
or have
Um,
you always used Krita?
mm, yes and no. So it's actually kind of funny. I say this to I don't know if you feel this way, but I sometimes tell my students that like digital was not too big of a thing. I feel like there was like a sudden boom for digital painting around like maybe 2015 to 17 is when it really started to pick up because then more tablet companies started to show up. More free drawing softwares also started to show up. So like people started to really latch onto digital. But when I was at OCAD, everybody was it was like 50-50 or at least maybe like 70-30 in terms of like traditional versus digital. And like most people did traditional or it was like half half almost. But I feel like now it's almost like everybody's go-to is to use digital. So it's actually kind of weird because when I was in school, Photoshop and Illustrator was felt very alien to me. So I would only use it to frame my scans and um, than Photoshop. So that's why I got really good at pen tool. So I can like pen tool like really really well, but Photoshop I never really picked it up until actually after COVID. So it's interesting.
Yeah, you know when I went to, oh my gosh, when I first learned digital art, it was it was Photoshop 3, I think. My goodness. And I think I had to pay like $200 to take a college level single Photoshop class and single Illustrator class. And now it blows my mind that not only are tutorials free,
Yeah.
but you know, um the like tutorials are free and software is free, and it just makes it so much more accessible for everybody, which
Hmm.
is really really cool.
Yeah.
um
That's why you guys don't realize it. You're so lucky
yeah, yeah,
to
really really lucky that
have it all.
anybody can just kind of like pick it up and start drawing now. So
Yeah.
that has been like such a huge change, especially for, you know, for people who are just learning it in school, like young
Hmm.
artists. Also because now digital is kind of industry standard, right?
Yeah. I think people who do like comics still do like traditional sometimes, like they'll ink it and block it out traditionally, but then they might like edit it and add the colors digitally.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like tablets back then used to be so expensive. I remember my friend got like a Wacom tablet and it was like the really big ones. And he was like, "Yeah, I paid $3,000 for it." And I'm like,
Yep.
$3,000?
Yep.
And this was back in like 2014, maybe. So it was crazy. But that's why I say like it's so nice now because you can buy a pretty decent tablet for maybe like it's still expensive, but it's now way more affordable for like the general public to dabble in it.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because like you could. I remember my first Wacom, and I bought the beginner one. It was around $600 USD, and now you can get like you could get like an XP pen screen, display tablet for a couple $100, like $300, just like
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah, Josh and I both use XP pen now, but I think we both started off using Wacom, right?
Yeah, I my friend
Mm.
sold it to me luckily for like half price, so I bought it off of her for like $600.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, sure. I mean, better than paying $1,000 for a tablet. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're new to digital art and you're not actually sure if you like it or not, right? Highly recommend just getting a
Hmm.
something small and beginner, and you don't need a screen tablet cuz like all the tablets, even like the professional ones in the beginning were not screens. Like that they were not on screen. They Let's see here. I think I'll work on the wing canvas guy. The wing canvas mascot. The wing canvas mascot actually Jay designed. Jay was one of our designers, helped us design the website and drew a lot of these mascots. And then Jesse did a lot of illustrations, and um, I think it's evolved for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, did I ever meet Jay? Was he in the sushi meetup one time?
I
Or is
can't
that someone else?
remember. Yeah, I can't. No, that was Brian. I think that was
No,
Brian.
but there's this other guy too. He had like glasses
Yeah, that's
and he
Jay.
had like oh okay.
Jay made our Clip Studio Paint video, actually.
Oh.
Um, our recent Clip Studio Paint on the iPad. That was Jay, because Jay uses an iPad and Jay uses Clip Studio Paint.
Oh,
I think Rachel uses an iPad as well, but Rachel's
oh
on
really?
Procreate. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Um, uh, how do you want to do the finishing touches? Because I don't know if we'll. Do you think we'll be able to finish all of it?
I don't think
We
so.
have like a few more minutes left.
I think we might just do it on the Discord and
Okay.
just yeah. I think the plan was to actually finish it on the Discord. Is the wing canvas guy on a layer that you drew on?
Yeah, it's on let me see. It's on the if you go up it, it's called Wing Canvas Mascot.
Okay, so I'm gonna take over this layer.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Just booting you out. Sorry.
Taking over. Yeah. No, but I really like this. This is looking really cool. I know that we're doing it kind of like in the moment, so I can't wait till we like clean it up and add a lot more like not detail necessarily, but just clean up, add a bit maybe a bit more texture, like some shadows, because my my king does not have any like shadows on on him, and whereas like Pongo's got some, so I think it would be good to add a little bit of cleanup to it.
Yeah, and because our initial sketch has a gray background, it kind of made
Mm,
everything a little bit darker. And then I realized the eyedropper tool doesn't really work unless the sketch layer is turned off.
yeah, yeah,
So that's been a little bit weird.
yeah.
But we'll
Just some finishing touches and cleanups here and there.
yeah. The finishing touches take so long though. Sometimes the finishing touches take a lot longer than the actual like than the
Yeah,
actual initial lay-in, right? Like the
yeah,
last 80%, or sorry, the last 20% always takes longer.
yeah. That's what all like I think that's like the saying for every art industry because we said the same thing in like animation too. It's like you feel like you spend so much time blocking and posing the character, and then it's the cleanup at the end that also takes up a lot of time.
Yeah. I know, and the conceptualization is always more fun than the cleanup part. At
Yeah,
least
it's
for
just a lot of
me.
busy work.
Yeah. Whoops. Oh, that's a big eraser.
That's why sometimes it's funny when students go like, "Oh, can we have the recording of your drawing process?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure, but it's nothing's really happening because I'm just it's just me poking around and kind of like adding a little dab here, putting a little color here, and it's not the most exciting thing to see, but I'll do it anyways just because I'm like, oh, I'll just finish it.
I think it's nice to just like have somebody to draw along with. Um
Yeah,
yeah.
that too. Well, also, someone did put or I don't know, maybe Kevin put it as a poll. Wait, do you get muffins? Are you a muffin person?
Me, if you put a
Yeah.
muffin in front of me, it's gone.
Oh,
And
okay. So,
I
do you have a preferred muffin flavor?
I like carrot
Oh,
cuz
okay.
I
Nice.
feel like I'm eating vegetables.
Mm,
Even though that might not be the case.
the
um
illusion of health.
yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I'm eating a muffin for breakfast. I might
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well have some carrots in it.
I mean, carrot's not bad though. It has a bit of like a cinnamon, not cinnamon, but it reminds me of like fall. It's got a bit of that fall vibe to it.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
do like blueberry muffins. I like bran muffins for the same reason because it's bran and I feel like it's good for my gut. Um,
Bran? What?
yeah,
Oh,
raisin bran muffins.
really? Oh.
So
I mean,
good.
I do like oatmeal raisin cookies. I don't know if I like oatmeal muffin as much though, but that's me.
I'm not a huge chocolate muffin person. Like I feel like I like muffins with fruits and veggies. So
Mm.
yeah, but that's just me.
Every time
Uh,
I think about muffins, I think about that. I don't know if you ever watched like Seinfeld, but I always think about that episode where George has like an idea, or I think it's
oh
Elaine
yeah,
has an
with
idea, like
yeah.
the muffin tops.
Yeah, yeah, and then the homeless people, I think that they
Yeah,
donated it to, came
yeah,
and were like, "Hey, this
yeah,
is unfair."
yeah.
Yeah, it's funny whenever so my grandfather, he's 96 and he's still an artist. Like he still paints. Wow, that's
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 funny.
that's such a that's such a good choice. I was like,
Dang,
everybody
that's
likes
funny.
the top. He's like, really? I thought everybody would like the bottom because it's cake. It'll taste like cake.
Oh, I thought he was tricking you. I thought he was trying to like go like, oh, the bottom's the best, and then he really wants the top part.
Yeah, no, I think he was. I mean, I give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he was innocent.
Yeah, uh, that's funny.
I think he was just. I don't know. He seemed genuinely surprised. So who knows?
No, that's awesome. That's so wholesome.
Should I use this chalky texture for the leaves? I'm kind of debating whether to
Uh,
keep it kind of flat or whether I should
I think
actually
actually
go
the
be
way you have
dirty.
it here works, where it's not too detailed, but it has enough that it kind of implies that there's like a little bit of a layer to it.
Okay, so I'll just
Yeah.
add some more. Just
See at and make like reasonable steps for achieving those goals. I think is probably like the best way to do it. Um, but yeah, honesty I think is well, as they say, the best policy, and honesty in terms of like being honest with where you're currently at with your skills, and also like what you like to draw and how do you want to achieve that goal is a good mindset to have, I think.
Yeah, and if you never challenge yourself or you think that you can't do it, then you won't be able to do it, right? But if you think you can, then you can. Really, it's all about mindset. And actually, a lot of artists, I think, struggle with mindset. They feel like, they are being too ambitious, and sometimes that totally happens, even to me, right? Even to professional artists, sometimes we feel inadequate. Sometimes we feel like, we're not as good as we could be. I think that's normal. I don't think that ever goes away. Um, but I think, if you just kind of treat it as a learning experience, and if you don't try, really, you're never gonna know, right? Like if you're never ambitious, then you're never gonna know. But I did read, some experts say that if you just challenge yourself by 4%, I know it's a very specific number, but like you just go 4% more challenging than last time, and that kind of ensures that you can still do it, but you don't set the bar too high. And sometimes, like if you want to replicate a style or do a portrait or something like that, it might be better just to kind of do a section to study instead of the entire thing, right? Like you might just want to do an eye study or just a nose study instead of actually trying to do all of it. That might make it a little
I like
easier.
that. I like that tip. Like just like especially if it's like a, let's say, a master study, instead of trying to tackle the whole thing, you just do a bit of it, like a small section. I think I like that.
Well, I really have to credit uh one of my students, Gabriel. That was actually his suggestion, because we were going to do a portrait study together in my mentorship class,
Hmm.
and we were going to do the girl with the pearl earring. And that's a really, the girl with the pearl earring by
Yeah.
Vermeer, right? That's a really famous painting and quite an ambitious one. And I was like, okay, well, let's plan out this, and he suggested, well, can we just do it in parts? I thought, yeah, that's a really great idea, so it doesn't get overwhelming. So we did the eyes, then
Hmm.
we did the nose,
Hmm.
and then we did the mouth, and then it just seemed a lot easier.
That's cool.
Yeah, so doing it in sections. And that's why, like with figure drawing, if you've ever followed the GSL method, it also, that's like the whole point of it, is it breaks it down into just like easier to digest steps, right? Like if you try to draw an entire person with shading, it seems so daunting of a task. But if you just kind of break it down and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to draw the gesture first, because that's the most important thing, to
Hmm.
capture the movement. And then I'll add shapes on top so that I don't get lost in line art, right? And you just do it step by step. And then I'm going to do the lines last when my proportions are right and everything is right. So
Hmm.
I think that really helps out too. All right, so I
Yeah.
guess we should announce the winner of the giveaway. So if you haven't, if you actually haven't wrote a shout out yet, and you want to win 1 month of free classes, you can win 1 month of our Total Art Nerd membership, which actually gives you access to on-demand class recordings and our wonderful student community. You can still write us a shout out. So we would love to read your shout outs. And, some of you have already submitted and are entered to win. So let me just scroll up and get the form in. And Kevin, I believe, is going to be choosing a winner. The winner is going to win a free one-on-one private lesson with the instructor of their choice. And so, yeah, we dropped the form in the chat. Thank you. It's not too late to submit. We will be announcing the other winners probably on Saturday stream. Jesse can announce the winners. Our stream on Saturday, the next stream is with Jesse. And let's just pull that up. She's going to be breaking anatomy without ruining your drawing. And then Josh's Fix It stream is going to be on February 23rd. We're fixing your characters live on Krita. And so, yeah, so Jesse will be announcing the winners on Saturday's stream. So if you want to win a membership, you can fill out a, quickly write a shout out to your favorite instructor and you'll be entered to win. Lynn says, I really liked writing my shout out, but it was difficult to choose who to shout out because everyone helped me. That's so sweet. Well, there's no limit to how many entries you want to do. So if you want to shout out other instructors, you can go ahead and do that. All right, cool. So we're going to wait to see who Kevin chooses.
Big responsibility, Kevin.
And the winner is Amber Sky _art.
Ooh.
Amber Sky _art. You won. You are the winner of the win a date with your favorite instructor. Congratulations, Amber Sky Art. And thank you for your lovely shout out. So Amber Sky said, shout out to Jesse for choosing my art to critique live twice. I think it's important to be able to get feedback on your art from professionals, but that's not something that is very accessible without spending hundreds of dollars. So I appreciate that Wing Canvas makes that more of an option for everyone. Thank you, Amber Sky. That's why we do what we do. We love seeing art nerds from all around the world connect, and to be able to stream free art lessons is something that we always want to continue doing. And so thank you to everybody who has supported us on stream, whether it's through donations, memberships, Patreon, taking classes with us, becoming a YouTube member. Everything helps. We really appreciate all of your support. And thank you again for joining us on this stream. And we will be heading over to the Discord to continue this, continue doodling. So congratulations to Amber Sky _art. And thank you guys all so much for joining us. If you want to try out some lessons, some of our class recordings and live critiques, you can join us on School. That's School with a K, www.school.com/winged canvas. There's a 7-day free trial on there that you could try out, but that's the membership that we are giving away. And yeah, if you haven't already joined us on the Discord, we're going to head over there and we'll see you in the live VC to continue this drawing. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you over on the Discord.